Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. We're going to just dive straight in, see what's going on for you guys for the week ahead. So the 14th to the 20th of April. All right, so let's dive in. Let's see what's going on for you guys in terms of the overall energy of this week. Please, Spirit, for Sagittarius. What do they need to know? What can they expect? Thank you. You have by the book. Okay, so this has a few meanings. All right, the first one being it's time to go by the book, right? It's time to maybe get yourself into some reading some things, learning about things. There's a few ways that I speak about this card. In terms of the book, it says that it's a good time right now not to go against the grain. It's a good time to kind of go with it in a way where instead of fighting or resisting or trying to find your own way, this is a really good time to actually look at other people and see how they're getting there. And because it almost feels like there's a faster way, whereas you feel like that's the slow way, and then you want to try to figure it out on your own and go venture out on your own in this big old desert that you have no idea where it's going to lead you, and then end up having to go back to the basics again. So it's almost like that's the vibe that they get into saying stick to what works. Okay, there's a time to recreate the wheel, and there's a time to go, actually, this wheel works. There's no need to recreate it right now. Whatever that means to you. Usually it's about projects. Usually it's about careers. Sometimes I always see this card as a bit of like needing inspiration from others. Okay, if you don't know where to go, and instead of needing to figure it out on your own, I always see the person I'm reading for as the baby elephant here. There are people who know the way. There are people who are more experienced in this desert here, which again could be your career life, your love life. I don't know what it is. Go seek advice from those who are in positions that you want to be in, who have the wisdom that you want to have. Read some books about it, research about it, talk to people about it, or again, look at people online. If it's not anyone in person that you can directly speak to, then maybe there are some podcasts that you can listen to from people who speak about how they got to where they are. So again, there's a quicker way, and sometimes that's finding the knowledge not just through your own experiences. That is great, but again, it can take you years to find things out on your own, whereas some people have done it before. So how do they do it, and how can you follow in their footsteps? Okay, so the number 11 is always 11th house, so that is community. This is why I say that a community is important to leading you somewhere. Okay, it can also just represent that your spirit guides are leading you. So again, stop rebelling. Sagittarius, is a good time to just do that boring old stuff, go in a traditional route and see where you want to go. All right, or see where it leads you. But let's see what's going on here. What animal spirit wants to come out and guide or collaborate with Sagittarius during this week? All right, you have the owl. Some of these cards are reversed, but I don't read oracles in reverse. So you have scarab beetle spirit saying magic works through you. Love that. Coyote spirit saying trust in divine detours. That could be significant. And then the main one is you see clearly now. Now it was kind of reversed, so I wonder if you don't see very clearly, and that's why you're having to follow where people are going to gain that clarity, right? So that's important. Very important indeed. Okay, let's grab you some tea leaf tarot, and then we'll talk about it a bit more with the other tarot that we have. 3 cards for Sagittarius during this week. One more. Okay, you got 4. So you have funnel, which is a period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Tree, affairs with your family. Parrot, someone will gossip about your secrets. But you have cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Okay, so those are some specific and random messages for you for this week. I'm going to go into your tarot because I want to know what's going on. Let's get 2 cards out. Oops. Will I take it? I'll look at it. 7 of Swords has been coming up for everybody today, so just be aware of this. It makes sense with the parrot, so some people might not have the best of intentions, or they might not be the most trustworthy people, so just be aware of that. It's also a card of strategy, so it's really important that we have a strategy moving forward, okay? Especially if you want to come out of the situation that you're in, or you want to change something in your life, or you just need to be a bit more strategic. As I said, there's a time to follow lead, and there's a time to create your own path. And at this time, it feels like it's about following the lead. I don't know why, but that's just what they're saying here. Okay, so let's see. Let's get 2 cards out for the overall energy of this week for Sagittarius. What is the energy of the week for Sagittarius? 2 cards. A red feather could be important. The devil. Or more. Energy of the week. I keep forgetting the Five of Swords, my goodness, and the Nine of Swords. I keep forgetting to say that so you're not the first reading I've done for this week. Of course, I kind of go from Aries to Pisces. So I've done quite a few people before you, and every single person has had some very weird energy in their readings, which means to me there's a collective thing going on. We'll see what happens. It's not to scare anybody, by the way. It just feels almost like major comic lessons. Like the energy I get is very Saturn. I don't know why, but it feels like very big lessons that we have to start learning from. Or this week there's a bit of pressure to do those things that we say we're going to do, or to kind of, I feel like it is about trusting in your gut, and again, no longer delaying things. It's really about action this week. For the majority of people, it's like getting prepared or getting ready. But anyway, so definitely check out your other signs, your sun, moon, and rising signs, if it's whatever. So you have the Devil being here. So there is an energy of maybe some temptations, maybe some toxic people around you, toxic environments. This can be a controlling person, or this can sometimes be our own fears and our own negativities, or our own mindsets or addictions or whatever. So the Devil card being here as the overall energy, there is something that you're needing to free yourself from. Okay, that is keeping you trapped, or it's keeping you chained up. Now you have the Five of Swords here as well. So this could be an energy that you feel quite defeated in. Sometimes this is a card of conflict, right? Feeling maybe you've had a falling out with someone and there were a lot of bad words being shared here, or maybe you have cut ties from that Devil energy, but you just feel a bit defeated right now. It's not been easy. You don't feel successful since doing it. It feels like it's still a bit of a challenge. I'm going to clarify though, of course, because I feel like I need to know what that is. So let's go ahead and clarify. Why is the Devil an energy for the week? What is the Devil doing as the energy of this week, please? What is this representing? Okay, that's kind of good here, because I saw the Six of Swords. The Nine of Swords, which again is on the bottom of the deck here as well, and the Six of Swords. So this suggests that you are moving forward, but the Nine of Swords is something is still playing on your mind, right? The Nine of Swords is sleepless nights, it's that overthinking. You can see here that she's feeling very stressed out, and swords are thoughts, right? And ideas and stuff like that. But it does feel like that Devil is still lingering. It's making you fearful, maybe of the future. It's making you maybe still chained up to a situation or a person, or something that's happened. But the Six of Swords is good that you're moving forward. And again, let Spirit be your guide. Let other people guide you. Just like those, I'm going to put it here, just like those crows are guiding the boat. I feel like that's important, because here, you're not really doing anything. I think you're processing your feelings and emotions. It's something else that's guiding you. The same as in that by the book. Okay, whatever that means, we'll figure it out. But you are moving away from that Devil energy. It's still plaguing your mind, right? Maybe there is still a lesson to learn here. Let's see. Remember, you have Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. So what's the Five of Swords representing here as the energy of the week? What is this about? What is the Five of Swords doing here as the energy of the week? Five of Pentacles, King of Cups, Five of Swords, defeat, conflict, what's that? Four of Pentacles and Judgment, which is interesting because these are very opposites, right? One's about holding on and one's about surrendering and releasing. So that could definitely be, again, needing to release a conflict that's happened in your life. It could also be about a scarcity mindset, right? That Devil could be your fears around what you are able to have or achieve or attain in your life. So that could be what's holding you back. So as I said, if that by the book is you learning about how to go in the wherever you want to go towards certain goals, most likely, you may have been chained in your comfort zone, or you may have been chained by fears, holding back. I can't do that. It's too much of a risk, whatever it is for you. I feel like maybe you're now actually letting that go. So the conflict that you have here seems to be with the Devil, and I don't know who or what that is, but you are moving away from it, which is awesome to see. And again, Five of Pentacles, again, financial scarcity, or again, a lack of an abundant mindset, feeling left out in the cold. King of Cups, some of you may have had a falling out with a love interest, just for some of you. Some of you may have some abandonment wounds that do need addressing, because King of Cups is all about gaining balance over your feelings and emotions. And the Five of Pentacles is that feeling left out. Now, we have two fives here as well. Necessary changes. There are some big changes that need to happen in your life. So King of Cups, I always do say as a bit of advice that it could be important to dive into your spiritual practices if that's going to help you feel more stable, or if that's going to make you feel more whole. Because the Five of Pentacles to me can sometimes be a void if it's mindset related. So the King of Cups could be important for that. So whatever you're seeking, you must also have it within yourself first. And what I mean by that is that Five of Pentacles being a void is like, if you have a mindset that you are unlovable, then even if someone shows you love, that goes straight into the void, right? It doesn't solidify, it doesn't build within you because of that belief is the void. So it's almost like needing to close that void. So doing some inner work emotionally could be important if that resonates with you. Same with money. Like, you don't feel like you're abundant, so there's almost this void here that even when you do have money, it goes straight into the void. So whether you spend it, or whether you don't build upon it, or maybe it's just that it doesn't feel abundant to you. I don't know what it is, but it's a void. So it's important. That's very important. Okay, so let's go into your energy then. Let's see if we can figure it out. What is the energy of Sagittarius during this week, please? Two cards. Oh God, okay, they did. Nine of Cups seem to be in the reverse, but let me grab the other one. It's the Seven of Cups. So this immediately is saying like you don't really know what you want. Okay, so I would say it's really important to get clear on it, because that owl wants to be in the upright. Nine of Cups being about your wish fulfillment, your emotional happiness. Seven of Cups is like mixed feelings, maybe a lot of options, but ultimately these two together does feel like you guys don't really know what it is that you want. Like, I feel like maybe getting clearer on your goals will help you with your decision making, and for you to feel again like you feel more clear. Okay, so good time to just write down your dreams and goals, and not just say I want money or I want abundance. How much do you want? How much do you want to be making a month? What do you want to be doing to be able to make that money? You know, like whatever you want to manifest. If it's a person, like what do you want them to how do you want them to treat you? What do you want them to be like? You know, what are some traits that you want them to have? Like, be very specific this week, because it's going to really help you in terms of feeling more connected to it when you see it. But also, yeah, just being more clear about what you want and what makes you happy, because Nine of Cups is all about your emotional fulfillment, but it's reversed right now. And the Seven of Cups, options, uncertainty, illusions. Why is the Nine of Cups reversed for Sagittarius? The Strength card reversed, interesting. I'll show you. So again, there's no stable ground is what I'm feeling for you guys this week, and it does feel more internally. It could, of course, be then reflecting in your external too, but the Strength card in reverse is a lack of confidence, is a lack of strength, a lack of courage, which you have, by the way, for sure. You have that. It's just, I think it's because you don't know what you want that you lack the courage to go after it, because what do you even go after, right? Let's see. The Seven of Cups here, why is this in Sagittarian's energy? What's the Seven of Cups doing here? Eight of Pentacles. One more. The Devil again. And why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Two of Swords, again, needing to get clear on your decision making. So there could be a difficult decision to be made around your work, or some fears to be cleared around your work. Eight of Pentacles is good because it says whatever you're working on, whatever you put into it, you're going to get back out. Usually it's about money, usually it's about career. It could be about any kind of project, even if it's yourself. It's something that will grow into a lot of stability, right? But the Devil is here. So I feel like there's almost this either illusion or fears around this. I need to kind of see what the uncertainty part of it is, but it could just be not being sure what decision to make to have this Eight of Pentacles growth in your finances or career. The Devil. Now, I'm going to have to clarify that again. What is the Devil doing here with the Seven of Cups? The Devil, the Star, and the Four of Wands. So this is about hope, and this is about wish fulfillment. So I would say again, like, this could again be about your fears, because fear and faith are opposites. So when there is fear, there is no faith with the Star. So I feel like that might be your choice. Seven of Cups was this kind of uncertainty. Seven of Cups again. Okay, Spirit, I kind of need a bit more help than that. Like, what exactly is the uncertainty about? So Ace of Pentacles, again, stability. The Sun could just be, you want more happiness in your life. You want more joy. You want more freedom. Some of you just, want more financial success, career success. Ace of Pentacles is what you're confused about, is maybe a financial opportunity, a seed that you want to grow. Okay. Let's look at your advice so I know how you guys can like counteract this energy. Okay. Can I just see why the Strength is reversed? Why is this reversed in Sagittarius energy? I love how that just jumped on top. The Seven of Wands. That's interesting because it's also reversed here. Seven of Wands is again a card of feeling up against the odds. So when it's, feeling successful anyways, because you gain victory over that at the end. In this kind of depiction of the card, she's got a bubble around her, and some things might be trying to pop her bubble, but she's got inner peace. So maybe you guys don't have inner peace right now, and that's why you're not feeling very strong or confident in yourself and your abilities to have what you desire. Maybe you don't even know what you want right now. Again, there's a lack of stability, it's a void. So even if you do get some things that you want, because it's not built on some stability or solid ground, it just almost gets lost in the void. What is going on? All right, let's get some advice then. As I said, seek inspiration. That's really going to help you. Follow in people's footsteps. It's going to really help you out a bit. Get help when necessary. Go by the book. Go research some things. Go look into it. Find the information. Because of course, if you're not looking, you're not going to find. Just like the owl. Okay. All right. 2 cards of advice for Sagittarius during this week, please. Two cards for, I was going to call you Aquarius, Sagittarius. What's the advice that you have for Sagittarius during this time? 5 of Wands. All right. No longer engaging in conflict or competition with yourself or others. In your mind or in your external world. Let's see. Breaking a repetitive cycle in your life is your advice. One more piece of advice for Sagittarius. What advice do you have around this topic? Advice. The Fools. That's a new journey. So yeah, definitely about breaking a cycle. And you got the Emperor here. So it's all about taking control, right? Understanding it's your story, your life, and you're in control of that. You may not be in control of everything, of course. We know that already. But it's about, the Emperor has a whole empire, right? I'm pretty sure he knows what he can control and what he doesn't. And I'm sure he will try it anyway. Okay, I can't do that. Then I'm going to do something else. It's your story to write. Your life is your story. You have the pen unless you give it to something else. Just let life write it for you, right? It's almost like gaining control again is your advice. Now let's see what the 5 of Wands is about. Why is the 5 of Wands the advice? 6 of Pentacles. Only give to things that give back to you at this time. Really important. Only things that make you feel happy. Okay, so 6 of Pentacles is about needing balance. A compromise. Maybe if you are like fighting with a love interest, for example, but you have a lot of love for each other, it's time for a compromise instead of petty arguments going round and round. Because the 5 of Wands is always, these people are just fighting, right? It's just bickering. It's kind of like there is no healthy communication here. It's just everyone's got their passionate side of their story and no one's listening to each other. So it's just going to be a continuous fight. And this can be in your mind, right? This can be certain beliefs going around in here. They're all just trying to be hard. No one's listening. There's no middle ground here. You're not learning anything through these thoughts. Whatever it is, however it is for you. 6 of Pentacles. Give only to things that give back to you, right? Whether that's finding balance in these thoughts or these beliefs so that you can understand them and therefore maybe you can get something out of that, right? Because you now understand what you've been feeling this whole time, or if it's actual conflict with people. 6 of Pentacles again can be compromise, but it's also just about what are you giving your time and energy to? because the Five of Pentacles, sorry, I keep speaking like badly here, like it's not. It's the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is again a repetitive thing. It's just going, it's ongoing. There's no good conclusion here. So if you want to start having conclusions, it's a really good time to weigh up what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Is this, you know, is this just kind of like a habit I have that just isn't going anywhere, or is this actually something I really like? Is this making me compare myself to others, or is this giving me a lesson or a food for thought to think about? So whatever the Five of Wands is for you, Six of Pentacles is really calling for some balance here so that we can actually make progress moving forward. And then let's see the Fool card. Yeah, and again, if you're arguing with family or you're arguing with somebody, it's just the same thing. Like I do see that there can be a compromise between you guys if you want that, for sure. But Six of Pentacles, you have to hear each other out. You have to give each other the platform to speak to one another in order to understand, why do you feel that way? Why do I feel this way? You know, it's a little bit of that meeting each other in the middle a bit here. But anyway, the Fool card, why is this advice? The King of Pentacles. So, I mean, the Fool is about taking a leap of faith and going down a new journey and almost taking a risk in some way, doing something different. Okay, and it's at the beginning of a new journey. And the King of Pentacles being here, this could be financially going on a new journey in terms of like working on your financial stability, because King of Pentacles feels like maybe a bit of a goal for you. So maybe you guys are just deciding, you know what, I'm just going to start reading. You know, he is surrounded by books and wisdom. He's got the gray hair, which again represents wisdom. So it's about maybe educating yourself on how to get that stability to become that person that you want to become. Again, whether it's in terms of your career, you want to be more of an expert there, or you want to be more grounded there, you want to be more business smart, whatever it is that you want to do. The Fool is about taking the leap of faith and just diving into those books, diving into the knowledge. And maybe the King of Pentacles is also a mentor, all right? Someone that you're going to go to seek advice. And that could be the risk that you guys have been guided to take here. That it feels risky because it's like, oh my God, I don't know. It just feels like that's the energy. And I feel like that's going to help you see more clearly. Okay, my angels. So that's what I have for you. I hope this has been helpful. Let me know if it resonates for you guys. And I will see you guys next time. Okay.